Hey everybody, it's another episode of AJ Opens Boxes. The show where AJ, that's me, opens up boxes, and got a number of boxes here that I'm going to open up momentarily. This is what I'm calling my buying haul. I bought 3 different pops in 3 different ways. I know it seems like a pretty simple thing, obviously you just buy a pop, but there's different ways to buy pops. Obviously you're thinking, oh, you just give money and you get your pop. Well, yes, but there's a lot of different avenues you can go to do that. Everything from going to a brick-and-mortar store, whether that be a big box store, a chain, your local comic book shop or other collectible shop, online, whether that be a major online retailer or even through Facebook or eBay, and a number of other slight variations thereof. Each way has their pluses and minuses. I've got my own preferences and my own opinions on that, and I'm going to share some of those today. So I'm going to go through each of these pops, first of all, because they're cool pops, and I got them because I like to get these particular pops, but also the way I acquired them. Yeah, so that's what we're going to go do today. The first one is actually my favorite pop, but also my least favorite way of buying. This is the Entertainment Earth Captain America, the wood kind of painted one. I'm a huge fan of Captain America, huge fan of Captain America pops. I've got a decent Captain America pop collection, and so this goes right with it. It's a great pose, great figure, but let's take a look at it a little closer up because it's really cool. I know they're making a wood Groot one as well, which makes sense, but Captain America didn't make sense to a lot of people, but that's okay. I thought it was super cool. So overall, first off, it is from Entertainment Earth. That means a couple things. First off, the way you can get that is obviously you can buy it from Entertainment Earth directly from their website, or you can get it from FYE if you have an FYE for your entertainment store. I happen to live near one. I know a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. So those are the 2 main ways. But that is not how I acquired it. I acquired it through a Facebook group. Facebook, I think a lot of Funko Pop collectors, you're probably part of some Facebook group where, it's a buy-sell trade group or, different things. People, put their hauls and people that can sell and for trades and in search of blah, 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 blah. That's how I did that. It is my least favorite way, and I'll get into that in a second, but let's take a look at this pop. First off, I just want to say I do like it's got the cool background, that cool Avengers blue A. It's kind of hard to see there, but it's like a blue A. I don't know. I like it when they put the backgrounds on the pops, so I don't know, that's cool. But for the most part, pretty cool design, pretty classic pose. I think there's a couple different Captain America pops like that. I know a lot of people hate when there's pops that are really similar and they just recolored them or repainted them or chromed them. I actually like that. I don't know, I'm one of those weirdos that likes, because usually I like a handful of characters I really like, Captain America being one of them, and a few others like Groot and Agent Coulson. They only got like 2 every Agent Coulson, so Funko, get working on that. But overall, I think it's a really cool pop. It's just something different, and like I said, if you've got a big collection of Captain America pops or whatever, if they decide to do more wood versions, I think it goes great for that. It just kind of gives something different for your collection, but also kind of keeping up with all the character and just a different way to interpret the character, different way to look at the character. So it's plastic, but it looks like wood, so that's good. Yeah, so there you go. Again, I really cool pop, and I do like it. Now, I bought this off one of my Facebook groups that I'm in. I couldn't tell you which one off the top of my head right now, but doesn't really matter because it probably has a similar name to 12 other different groups. But why I don't like this, and it's honestly, I could do a whole video or 3 just on this, and it's the guy who was selling it had like 3 or 4 of these, and I bought this and then a Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I did another video that I'm going to give to my wife because she's a huge fan of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. He sold me these 2, and with shipping and all, it was $30 for 2 of them. Now this goes for $14.99 if you go for Entertainment Earth, and probably similar price I think at FYE. Of course, if you get it through the website, you have to pay for shipping. But $30 now was including shipping for 2 pops. That's not bad, but I mean, if I'd seen this at FYE, I would have been able to just buy it for the $15, but then the Ruth Bader Ginsburg would have been just, if I found it at I'm kicking the camera there. If I found that at Target, it's only $9. I could have saved some money, on the shipping. That's one of the things about buying things both online as well as from each other. We end up paying shipping, and that shipping is money that's not going to pops. It's going to shipping. Now, I don't have a problem with that necessarily. That is one of those things that's kind of like the plus and minus. Like, it's kind of a minus because you're paying money for something just to get your item, not even for the item. So there's that. But my biggest kind of qualm with that is I don't understand why people buy pops if they're just going to turn around and sell them. And I guess, like, it's weird. Like, are you a collector? Are you a wheeler and dealer? I don't, like, how can there be so many wheelers and dealers? And like this guy had like 3 or 4 like of just this one. He had like, I've got, 3 or 4 of these, 3 or 4 Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and a few other different ones. And it was just like, are you just buying pops in bulk to sell? And I don't know. And it's like, and that's like your business is to, because he later, messaged me. He's like, well, if you need any more, Emerald City's coming up. You want any Emerald City pops? I'm like, first of all, how can you have any of them already? Because at the time, the Emerald City Comic Con hadn't happened. But still, just kind of like, no, I just saw the ones that I really liked, and I'd been looking out for this one and the Ruth Bader Ginsburg in a while. I just hadn't seen them, but I don't know. It just there's a juxtaposition of like, collectors and fans of Funko that are just buying pops just to turn around and sell them, and I think that it's kind of like you're adding a middleman, and therefore it's adding price to stuff. So, like I said, I had to pay for shipping, and then but. Like if you're buying them, you want to have a profit, so then that you're going to bump the price up, and of course that probably makes them look like they go higher in the price, pop price guide and stuff. So I don't know, just there's being a fan of something, and then there's being somebody who wants to make money off something that you're kind of slightly a fan of. And I don't know, I don't want to get too much right now because I've got a lot of thoughts about it that I just make me thirsty thinking about it. There's that, and also the security. That's probably the biggest thing that I have. That's probably the only one quality I think a lot of people agree with me. Anybody can, create a Facebook profile, or whatever, and you get in a group. Maybe you'll be in there for a while, and you can screw some people over. Now, if you use PayPal, which I do, and there's a way to do, you can get protections, but still, it adds a level of uneasiness. Even if you did use PayPal to get like your money returned if you didn't get the pop, or if it came, significantly damaged. That. At least there's that level of protection, but and always do that. Don't ever do like the give money for friends and family thing. You do it for like you're buying a service. It does incur a fee for the seller, but if they're selling, then it's more of a business deal. And they got to take that into their price or into account, but it's not that much. But it's weird, and then people can disappear on Facebook, and then I don't know, it can leave a bad taste in your mouth, and it just needs to happen once before it really kind of just messes with you. So I don't know, there's a lot of things about selling things on Facebook and even eBay to a certain degree that I just don't get why people buy like collectibles just to turn around and sell them right away. I guess, I mean, I get the whole like making money off things, but I don't know, like I said, I think I got this for 14 plus shipping, and it sells for $14.99, so he may have gotten a deal or something, which is cool, good for him, but I just can't think you make that much money. I don't know. So, okay. This second is probably my, that's one of my favorite, I don't know if it's my favorite pop of it. Well, this is my favorite pop of the 3 I've got, but this is I'll just tell you what it is. It's Captain Marvel convention, the summer convention exclusive, shared exclusive with GameStop. And I actually bought this at GameStop. They had a sale. I think I got it for like, I want to say I got it for like 50% off or something. I like bought one, buy one 50% off. I don't quite remember, but basically it's buying from a big retail chain, GameStop being a pretty large retail chain. It's my favorite, my preferred way of buying pops is to physically go into a store and buy, honestly, from the major chains, Target and whatnot, Hot Topic and whatnot. Let's take a look at this pop here. And I'm surprised I don't have all the Captain Marvel pops from the movie. I've got most of them, but I kind of like was trying not to get all of them. And now I'm like missing like just 2. And so I'm like, oh man, I'm going to end up completing the set because I know. And I didn't want to get hurt because I'm not a huge fan of the villains, but I did get the Karath and a few others. So this is cool. And of course, it's got the I love the background when they have the background there. They get like the Captain Marvel star or whatever. That's kind of cool. So like I said, this is a convention exclusive. Minerva, who was I'd call her a minor villain. She wasn't super well known from the Captain Marvel movies, but they just made her like part of the Kree Star Force. As most female characters have smaller lower halves, have a what do you call this, a stand, single peg one. But she's got a cool hairstyle. Got the rifle there. She's ready to. She's like that. She was their sniper, and then when they were on Star Force or whatever, and she was kind of cool character. So I think it's a good sculpt, really detailed. Love all the like throwing knives or whatever you can call it. She's got like a bandolier there. That's why I have the stand, because they don't necessarily stand up great. But anyway, pluses and minuses of buying at a big box store. I like being able to physically look at what I'm buying. I mean, it's there. you know, I'm physically, I can see that this is what I'm getting. I know I'm getting it. I don't need to worry about, is it going to come in the mail? Is it going to come damaged? Is it going to come what? Even though I try not to be one of those guys like, oh, this is not a super minty fresh condition, you know. I do like them in my boxes in decent condition. I do display a lot of my pop. Obviously, I take my pops out of the box, but I do keep the box. Usually put them back in for either storage or even just for, they do make nice ways to display. So pluses in mind, it says, well, obviously the pluses of buying at a big box store, you're physically there, you can see it. That's where it is. It's easy to usually to take back, you know, for return. You just literally go in the store. In most cases, you can just, you know, get your return right like that. Negatives, you know, there's a set price, obviously, and, you know, they only got what they got. I guess that's for anything. They only got what they got. I'm not supporting a small business, but I am supporting a local, you know, because it's my local GameStop. So I guess that the tax revenue goes back into my city, and I don't need to get in a big political thing about like, oh, the taxes are theft or something. I don't know, whatever people are going to say. But again, it is my favorite way to go. And I think it's just, again, because I can physically look at the pop. I can physically see it. I can say, this is what I want. You know, and then I don't have to think about, you know, hey, it looked cool online, but when I get it, is it going to look as cool? So that's why I'm a huge fan of being able to buy things in person. And generally, it's easier to do at a big box chain or a chain or regional, whatever chain, you know, GameStop, Hot Topic, FYE, you know, whatever. All right. And this is the third way is, well, look, what kind of box that is. Oh, it's an Amazon box. I've left this in the box. So we're gonna open it up with my knife here there. Before I open it up, here's I'll just say something about Amazon. The reason I've kind of like not opened it yet, because I'm gonna see how good condition it is. Man, I swear a couple years ago you could buy a pop from Amazon, and I don't get how, like, are you buying it directly from Amazon, or are you buying it from a third-party retailer on Amazon? And like, I don't know, I can't tell. Now the thing about shipping, obviously, like if you bought from another retailer, a lot of times you have to pay for shipping. I've got Amazon Prime, so I only buy the pops that have Amazon Prime. So I don't have to worry about shipping. But obviously, if you don't, you might have to either buy a lot to get free shipping, or that's for like most retailers. But anyway, a few years back, I swear you buy any pop, it's going to come in decent condition. Again, I'm not a super stickler. I'm not like, it has to be super mint if there's a single crease in it. I don't mind if there's a little, like, oh, okay, I guess that's that there's a little boxing, you know, on the edges of this or that. But I've gotten some recently where it looks like someone played kickball with them. You know, and I guess because, you know, Funko's or Amazon's trying to move things up fast as they grow, and they need to like get. I mean, part of the reason you get such good deals, that they're about volume. They're about selling, you know, thousands upon thousands of things. So they used to actually have like the pops would come in decent condition. They'd be reasonably well packed, but it's a crapshoot now. I mean, it's either it comes in. I mean, I've had one that literally had no packaging in it, or no whatever, packaging, or, you know, a cushioning or whatever in it, just in the box, perfect condition, perfect. I've had ones that had tons of packaging, and they're like super dented. You're like, what the heck happened? So it's a crapshoot. We're gonna find out how well this is. I believe this is another Captain Marvel pop. Like I said, I didn't get them all at first, but then I was like, well, so. But this is actually a Carol Danvers character, so cutting that up nice and easy. We're gonna see. This might be in great condition, might be in whatever condition. Make sure you cut away from yourself. Safety third. Put the knife away because. Okay, so I'm seeing. Nice, huh? Okay, so, well, it's indecent. It's okay. It's okay condition, but it is already open. Why? I don't know. I mean, that's not. Yeah, and there's a little. Yeah, it's a little dent there. I mean, for me, that's not a big deal. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, it's dented, and that's your prerogative. That's fine. But anyway, this is Captain Marvel, Pop Marvel 444. I should say this was 487. I can't remember. But this was glow in the dark when she gets the lunchbox with the I guess the cube. It was the cube. Yeah, it was the Tesseract. I think that's what it was. And then put in the lunchbox. So that's gonna be glow in the dark. I do like glow in the dark pop. So this is really cool. It's a cool one to get. Again, it's got the background with the Captain Marvel star there. So let's take a look at her again. Yeah. So it was open, and then like this, there's some, you know. So honestly, for a Amazon pop, that's pretty good. One of the pluses I do like about Amazon is I can, like, I'll put like a wish list, and I'll just kind of wait for them to kind of get to a certain price. And usually Usually I'm buying like useful stuff from Amazon, you know, some stuff for my kid or, you know, for the household or something. Then I'll just throw one of these on there because it's like, well, I might as well just, you know, all right. I want to say I paid like $6 or something for this. I don't quite remember, but it was something. Here's this single peg stand, and I've got a number. I got a number of Carol Danvers pops, especially the Captain Marvel pops. So I've got quite a few. So this is just another adding to it. Gonna put it there, but I like this one. It's fun. This was like their like last wave of pops. You know, this and Goose, the Flurkin cat, whatever, that they came out. So like I said, I already kind of bought most of my pops of Captain Marvel already by that time, so I kind of was like trying to close it down. But anyway, this is a cool one. I really think it's cool. It's just it's for a key point in the movie. If you've seen the movie, please do. I think it's a great movie. I think it really holds up. Plus, it's got Agent Coulson in it, so why would you not see it just for that? Sorry, I'm an Agent Coulson fan. Okay, huge Agent Coulson fan. And Captain Marvel fan. So, I mean, it's a cool pop. And from as far as getting things from Amazon, it was okay. You know, so like if you just like the pops, especially if you're an out-of-box collector, Amazon's the way to go as far as that. I mean, especially if you got Prime or not. But usually you can get them pretty cheap. You know, especially if they're common. But that's fun. Another negative of Amazon, they're a huge corporation, and when we buy things, there's unintended consequences. You know, those mom and pop shops, even those local, even GameStop and you know the big box stores, they're competing for those dollars. You know, and then you buy from Amazon, your money's not going into your community; it's going to Jeff Bezos, and I don't think he needs to be richer than he is. Not dissing him on his success. I'm not saying that. I'm just. That's the unintended consequences of your buying habits, is that, you know, you're taking money out of your local economy. Even if you're buying from a box store that's in your economy, at least it's still going to your tax base and all this stuff. And it's going elsewhere. So that's my little, you know, I won't get too much into that. But anyway, that is my plus and minuses of buying. So again, Facebook groups, there's a lot more I can get into that. I'm kind of, why this my philosophically why I'm not a huge fan of like, you know, various Funko fans, if that's how you want to call them, buying pops for the sheer fact is to turn around and sell them. I do like buying from a local brick-and-mortar store. That'd be interesting, brick-and-mortar store, just because again that money, you know, is staying in your area. Even if it is a major retailer, yes, part of the money is going away, as opposed to like a mom and pop shop. But it does, at least some of that money does stay in your community. So if you want to make your community better, you want the economy in your community, buy local. Even if it is a major retailer, that's a gray area there. And then Amazon, while cheap, it's a crapshoot on what you're going to get as far as condition. Used to be solid. That is not the case anymore. They got to push out as much product as out, and they don't care if they bust up your pop. Sometimes returns are easy, sometimes they are not. So buy with caution. I would just stick with it. Just if you're gonna buy from Amazon, just buy common pops that you just kind of want to get to this, you know, just to have out of box or something. But anyway, my favorite way to shop is local, from your local stores, even if it is a major retailer. Blah blah blah. I just feel like it's kind of hypocritical of me to say like you should buy local, but you know, from a major retailer. So there you go. There's my buying haul. There, I got you know, I guess Captain America, Captain Marvel, and a Captain Marvel character, you know, Minerva. So I dig what I got. I like what I got, and hopefully you do too. And if you don't, that's okay. So there you go. And you know where else you can go? You can go to my social media. Well, this is a long one. You can always check me out on the Twitter at @A_J_Roberts. That's AJ Robertson. Of course, I'm on the Instagram at the AJ Show TV. Be forewarned, a lot of pictures of my wieners on the Instagram, just like to give people a heads up on that. Hey, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this by clicking like and subscribing. The question of the day, I always like to get at least one question of the day, is how do you prefer to buy your pops? What's your preference way? I'll put my answer in the comments below as well, but obviously you probably know it's going to be buying from a brick-and-mortar store. Let me know your favorite way to buy pops. If you want to say why or why not, that's cool. If not, that's okay too. But again, one of the ways you can help me with my channel, that you don't have to buy anything, is you can please click like and subscribe. You can also check out obviously my social media, and there's a couple other links there if you want to support me more. But for the most part, just clicking like and subscribing, super good. Hey, you know, the easiest way to do that is, bam, Iron Weenie. Give her a click in the corner there. Check out more of my videos to the sides of me there, so hopefully they're cool. Maybe you like them as well, and if not, you know, sorry. So until you buy your next pop, and certainly afterwards, keep boxing it up.